Hey, everybody, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. How's it going, Tad?
I feel like this is a week where we need to get hit with like massive amounts of web fluid.
Yeah, and you're just like getting pummeled with it.
Yeah. I mean, both because this is our 100th weekly episode.
Yes, we made it.
How fucking insane is that?
That's awesome.
And did you think when we started that when we reached episode 100, we'd have more than 100 other episodes?
No, I did not. Nope. If you can remember, early on, I was saying we need to slow down with the bonus episodes because they're not really bonus anymore when they overtake the regular episodes.
But it's still fun.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
Nope, I get it. It's fun.
I don't even recommend to people that they listen to all of our episodes anymore. I say, like,
pick and choose.
Go look at the descriptions and go, oh, this sounds like an interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. At some point when I have the time, I should go through and make like better descriptions of everything.
Exactly.
So that, it's even easier. But yeah.
They just don't have the time.
No, I mean that stupid day job.
Yep.
And then there was that dumb concussion thing.
You're coming back though. Like
I feel like I'm back, but in terms of like show notes and anything like behind the scenes with the podcast, I'm also 6 months behind. Okay. So
true.
At some point I'll convince myself to like just start fresh and fill in the gaps as I can, but I haven't yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm such a completist. I like my OCD is like I have to
do it in that order. Yep. I get it. You got to start with the earliest one.
Wait a minute. You want me to read issue 312 before I read issues 1 through 311?
Exactly.
So
So crazy week in politics this week.
Oh my God. So I'm going to say it again. Matt Gaetz didn't think this through. There's already rumors that Kevin McCarthy doesn't intend to finish his term. If he resigns/retires, he will be replaced by a Democratic governor, and that will make it that much slimmer of a House margin.
Yeah.
I think the end game here is Hakeem Jeffries as the Speaker of the House. I know everybody who's even been willing to touch it, though I will point out that people are willing to write about it now.
Right.
Are still talking about it like a pipe dream. I don't think it's a pipe dream. I think that it's way more likely that there are going to be 5 Republicans that either retire or decide to put nation ahead of party before there are all but 5 Republicans that can agree on one person to be Speaker of the House. And I don't think Democrats are going to help them, and they shouldn't.
No, they won't. This is crazy.
They shouldn't. There's not a single Republican worthy of Speaker of the House right now.
Nope.
They're a fucking mess, and they're like showing it off on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
Well, not really right now because they decided to vacate the chair and then go on vacation for a week with another shutdown looming. Though rumor has it, if they hadn't, they were close to actual fistfights behind closed doors on Tuesday. So I mean,
really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Again, reportedly,
Matt Gaetz was going to throw down.
There was a.
He's such a pretty boy, right? His hair is all slicked back.
Did you see? Oh, I don't remember who it was. It was a guy that you don't actually see speaking a lot. He's not one of the heads you see on the news all the time who decided to go after Matt Gaetz by not only reminding everybody of the allegations of trafficking
Yep.
that charges haven't been formally brought, um, but talking about how apparently he used to brag on the House floor while showing off pictures of his conquests about taking um, ED medication and Red Bulls so that he could go all night.
Oh God.
Crushing up ED medication in his Red Bull.
What a creep. I mean, like he just is just so sleazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So in way cooler news,
Yes.
and I got to see all of these awarded because I was there.
Yeah.
Comics Crossroads Awards, Transformative Work Award was given out to Raina Telgemeier for her autobiographical work, including Smile, Sisters, and Guts. Master Cartoonist Award went to Dan Clowes for his body of work, including the new and fantastic Monica. Newly Emerging Talent Award went to Evan Salazar, primarily for his anthology comic Rodeo, which I've read the first issue. It's really, really good.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna have to reach out to Evan and try to have him on because he was a cool guy. I talked to him. And the Tom Spurgeon Award for contributions to comics from like non-creators, often journalists. In this case, a journalist, Calvin Reed at Publishers Weekly, who was really one of the driving forces over the last couple of decades of pushing comics and graphic novels mainstream. Publishers Weekly is the big publishing
Yes.
periodical, and he really championed graphic novels in it. So yeah,
cool.
And then another piece of news that dropped yesterday. I guess it had dropped. I discovered that it had gone public maybe an hour before I found out about it, just in a random email exchange with Zach Kaplan. But Zach Kaplan's Beyond Real, which is his upcoming sci-fi comic with 7 artists: Fabiana Mascola, Jordi Belair, Jorge Corona, Tony Fejzula, Liana Kangas, Dennis Manheri, Vincenzo Riccardi, and maybe more. That deals with a person who is journeying through. Series follows a struggling artist, June, following a severe accident which leaves her boyfriend in a coma and causes her to experience bizarre visual phenomena. When she discovers that the world she considers reality may in fact be a computer simulation, she must set out on a perilous journey through metaphysical layers of the simulation to reach the true creator and save her love from death. So, it's like a mix between simulation theory and like the multiverse, which with each layer, each like different universe type thing being done by a different artist. So it's not even necessarily, and Zach and I talked about this when I had him on. You weren't able to make it a while ago. So go back and listen to the last Zach Kaplan interview.
Okay.
That was for our listeners as much as you, but you're welcome to, Tyler.
Sure. No, I'll go back and listen to it.
But it's not even necessarily like a different artist per book. It's different artists do different layers. So if they're in different layers in the same book, there will be different artists doing those layers.
All right.
That
sounds interesting.
Looks here. I think I'll share the screen really quick. I think you looked at these the last time we talked about it, but the art looks just.
I see what you mean by the layers.
Just amazing. But so It's being pushed back to December,
Okay.
which is the bad news. Though they will still have a New York Comic Con exclusive next weekend. So if anybody's at New York Comic Con, please try to snag it and send it to me. Um, a New York Comic Con exclusive that he and Leanna Kangas will be signing at 3 o'clock on Friday at the Vault booth. But it's otherwise been pushed back to December. But the exciting thing is, um, like, uh, oh, what was the name of the other book? Um, like Unnatural Order,
Yeah.
um, they are making number one free to retailers.
Nice.
So it'll still be labeled as a $3.99 book. It'll, retailers are free to sell it at full price. They're free to sell it at half price. They're free to give it away. Everything is profit. So it's like a way to encourage them to read it and hand sell it because they make more profit off of it. They've got less risk in trying to push this non-big three book to try to get subscriptions for issues two through I think seven.
Yeah.
It's a 7 series, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this works out because I like this marketing strategy.
Huh.
I think it has the potential to really blow up subscriptions particularly if it, I mean, my honest recommendation for retailers is don't give it away. Discount it if you have to,
Yep.
but your goal should be to put it in the hands of the people most likely to subscribe
Yep.
and to make a bigger profit off of it than you would have otherwise because you didn't have to pay for it.
Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how the strategy works. This is a model that I've had in the back of my head for a long time as something that I thought could be a good one. So I think it's really cool that Vault's trying it out. And even cooler that they're trying it out with a book that I'm so excited about. So,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out for sure.
yeah. So really quick, we'll go through our new to order books.
Yeah.
Animal Pound will start. Blasphemous from America and Alpha Distillery. Book of the Butcher. Further expansion on the Something's Killing Children universe from James Tynion and Werther Dell'Edera. Daredevil Gang War from Erica Schultz. Hellboy Winter Special Yule Cat from Matt Smith. Masterpiece, the new creator-owned comic by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. And Underheist from David and Maria Lapham from Boom. Collections and graphic novels. You've got the Astro City Opus Edition, Curse Words, Icon versus Hardware, Immortal Sergeant, which is so goddamn good. Though it now has, and we'll get to this in a minute, it's got competition for my favorite book of the year now.
Does it really?
Yeah. Milestone Compendium Volume 3, Nemesis the Warlock Definitive Edition, Peacemaker Tries Hard, Pete Townsend's Lifehouse, Static, Shadows of Dakota, Stoneheart Volume 1, and Traveling to Mars, Voyage des Gourmet, and Where the Body Was, the new Ed Baker, Sean Phillips book, are all new to order. So check out your catalogs, talk to your comic shops. Final order cutoff is October 16th for a couple of really good looking books. The Deviant from James Tynion and Joshua Hickson. We've talked about this before. This is like the serial killer Christmas book. Issue 1 will come out November 15th. Your final order cutoff is October 16th. So get your orders in this week. And then I hadn't even seen this before, but this I know will catch your eye, Tyler. The second Star Wars Visions issue will be Peach Momoko.
I love her artwork.
Yeah, a collection of Peach Momoko Star Wars shorts, essentially.
That's gonna be awesome.
And then 4 Kickstarters that are going right now. But I'm definitely behind. Myths of Making, a graphic history from Julian G. and Beehive Books. Long Distance African Folklore Anthology from Bezrat Dabibi. Business of Freelance Comic Book Publishing from Gamal Hennessy. And The Benito City Tragedy from Rick Geary are all active Kickstarters. Myths of Making, you've got.
Yeah.
Well, by the time this airs, you've got 4 days. Long Distance is through October 14th. Freelance Comic Book Publishing the 19th, and Benito City Tragedy the 27th.
Okay.
So was that my good side effects may include voice?
Yes, I like it. It was good.
I think it's important that we talk about these things, and I think it's actually important to talk about them weekly, but particularly because we're doing the same things. I don't necessarily want to like spend a ton of time with them every week. Some weeks I may highlight a given book. Some, the first week the new catalog came out, I talked about them all a little bit more. Tyler, you're absolutely encouraged, if you ever feel like it, to go look at them and go, hey, I'm going to add something this week about this one.
I might.
Or add stuff that you like that I didn't.
You've got it. When looking over the list, I'm like, yeah, that is pretty thorough.
Yeah, well, I try to make a thorough list, if for no other reason than I'm just trying to make it easy for you. If I make the thorough list, then you don't have to go find something, because I know you've got even less time than I do.
Yeah.
And I've got kind of a system for how I do this.
How you doing it?
But then if I get it up early and you decide that you want to say something more about Stoneheart, or say something more about the Hellboy Winter Special, you can go look up stuff on them without having to first find out that they're coming out, then go look up stuff. You can go, oh, that's coming out. Let me quick Google that.
Exactly.
So there's a method to my madness. Which I suppose maybe someday I should share the method of my madness not on the air, but that's not as fun.
That's not as fun. That's not fun at all. Should we get to our 3 amazing new books this week?
We should, because it was a really good week.
I know.
I almost went 9. If I had had the time and money to pick up all of the graphic novels that I wanted to this week, I pretty much guarantee that I would have gone 9, but I didn't.
I couldn't find a spot for Plot Holes number 2.
Which I haven't read either Plot Holes 1 or 2.
Plot Holes number 2 is almost my third pick, and But anyway, my first pick, Transformers number 1, just came out. Daniel Warren Johnson from Skybound. This is just such a fun throwback if you're interested in the.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Are you a Transformers guy already?
I was, yeah, as a kid.
Okay.
But I wasn't one of those guys that really got into it and stayed with it all the way through.
Okay.
I've got a couple friends that are still obsessed with Transformers, like when they were kids.
That's fair.
And I am not like that. I liked it as a kid, and the fact that there's a new Transformers comic out is just kind of gravy. You know what I mean?
Okay. And Daniel Warren Johnson is awesome.
Yeah. It was just so much fun just to see these characters in comic book form. You know what I mean? We've been seeing them in the movie form for so long now. It's just fun to
those of us who have bothered kind of gave up after the first one.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of intellectual properties, my next one is also Masters of the Universe Forge of Destiny number 2 from Tim Seeley and Eddie Nunez.
Tyler's definitely been reliving his childhood,
reliving the 80s through this week. This was a lot of fun too, just because I love.
Well, Tim Seeley's great, so I expect that this is good. I can't bring myself to read He-Man comics on a regular basis.
I know, and me. This is the one I was obsessed with. I loved He-Man,
Right.
and more so than Transformers. And so, I'm just viewing it out of nostalgia. And
Yeah.
the
See,
fact that
I was probably more into Transformers at the time, but I still got over them by the time I was like 10.
yeah, that's how I was too. I still got over Transformers, but He-Man, I stuck with it.
And don't have really any nostalgia for them.
You don't? What about GoBots? You remember GoBots?
I do. And I viewed them and Transformers interchangeable and was semi obsessed with them, particularly the toys, until I was like
10.
And then I just like stopped caring.
For me, my obsession with toys transferred to comic books at about 10, 11 years old.
Right.
And then I was obsessed all in on comic books for a long time. And I just stopped collecting toys. And now I'm kind of doing both.
I think part of my issue and why I didn't go back to some of those toy obsessions is that or toy property obsessions is twofold. The Star Wars obsession never went away from me.
Yep.
And the Star Wars toys were always my favorite. And then when I went from like the kid cartoon obsessions into other obsessions, initially it was baseball, music, and movies.
Yep.
Before it was even comics and stuff that would touch with those properties that, because it's not like there were Transformers or He-Man movies in the 90s.
No, there was just that one Masters of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren.
That was in the 80s, though, wasn't it?
Was it?
Or was it early 90s?
Was it? Okay.
Let's find out. Because everybody needs to know when Dolph Lundgren played He-Man.
Okay. Well, while you're looking that up,
that's an important thing to know.
My last pick was Fantastic Four number 12. Ryan North is just killing it on this series. It's so funny. It's got that fun vibe of Squirrel Girl, but yet it's still like serious Marvel. The Marvel royal family or whatever they call them, first family.
Right.
It's still got that Fantastic Four vibe, but it's got the fun, easy breezy.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren was in 1987.
87, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was only his third movie.
Okay.
He'd been in A View to a Kill.
And it shows.
He'd been in Rocky 4.
Yeah, into the Rocky 4.
And then
Masters of the Universe.
So he'd been in a James Bond movie. I don't even think as the primary bad guy. He was like, yeah, Christopher Walken was the primary bad guy. So I'm assuming he was just it's a Roger Moore Bond movie. So I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So I assume he was like a henchman.
Probably. Poor guy was typecast. I mean, he was just kind of a dumb. Wasn't he from Iceland or something like that?
He is from Sweden. Born as Hans Lundgren.
Yep. He just always got typecast, you know what I mean? As the kind of brainless bad guy.
Yeah, I think to this day.
To this day, he's still.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still acting today, but.
Well, he was recently. Well, no, he is in the upcoming, or is it recent? Expendables 4 or Expendables. I don't know how they're pronouncing it. They're using the 4 for the A.
Okay.
He's fourth in the listing after Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone, 50 Cent, Megan Fox, and then Dolph Lundgren.
Okay.
you know you're big when 50 Cent and Megan Fox get listed in front of you.
50 Cent. That one makes me laugh.
Uh, and I'm kind of blown away that there's oh, he was in 6 episodes of Arrow.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'll have to go
He
back and
played
rewatch.
Konstantin Kovar.
I don't remember that. And I watched Arrow too.
I wonder if there's anybody who has a lower average star rating on the things that they were in than Dolph Lundgren.
They're pretty low.
Well, like things that aren't like music videos or TV series that he was in a few episodes of, he seems to top out at like 5.7.
Poor guy.
You know, um, the only times he clears 7 are like he was in an episode of Workaholics, which is an 8.1 IMDb rating. He was in The Hangover,
Yep.
which is a 7.3 rating. I didn't even know there was a Kindergarten Cop 2, but he was in it. It's a 4.4 rating.
I didn't know that either. Kindergarten Cop 2.
Right. He was in the TV series. One episode of the TV series Broken Sidewalk has a 7.5 rating. He was in one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which has an 8.8 rating.
I remember that one.
He was a voice in Minions: The Rise of Gru, which has a 6.5 rating. So yeah, those are like all of his non-music video. Oh no, he was an uncredited submarine commander in Hail Caesar, the Coen brothers movie, which has a 6.3 rating.
Okay.
And then it's like, well, and View to a Kill and Rocky 4 are 6.3 and 6.9, but then it's like 5.3. Oh, 6.7 for Maximum Potential, which is a video. Oh, it's his personal workout video. In 1987, Dolph Lundgren has put together his varied and comprehensive personal workout on home video comprised of body sculpturing, boxing, shadow boxing, running, jumping rope, yoga, and the martial arts and more. Even includes stress management, exercise for the mind. So apparently he does have a well-regarded workout video from 1987.
Huh.
Wow, that was an interesting rabbit hole.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren, baby.
Tad, what are 3 amazing new books for you this week?
Well, I told you that Immortal Sergeant now has a run for its money on my favorite book of the year.
Yes.
Because Alex DeCampi and Erica Henderson's Parasocial came out this weekend. Fuck, is it good?
I'm still reading it.
You started it?
Yeah.
It's so good. So good. And any book with a soundtrack makes me happy too, particularly when it's a killer soundtrack. Yeah.
That is very cool.
It's essentially kind of a updated pop culture Misery. Only, as Alex writes at the end, she never really bought the idea of the wimpy writer.
Yeah.
And so she kind of makes the captive a badass as well. So yeah, it's so good. As was Star Trek Defiant #8, Cantwell and Mike Feehan came out of the the Day of Blood event with their foot on the gas. Um, yeah, and then Condon and Phillips continue to amaze. Enfield Gang Massacre #3. I'm loving this. They continue to up their game almost every issue. Certainly every series. Um, this is like a Western revenge story with a twist. Yeah, action sequences are phenomenal. Characterization is phenomenal. Can't wait to see the end of this series. And it, it was just good enough for me that it edged Dan Clow's new book, which is amazing, out of my top 3.
Yeah,
So
I'm
there you
surprised
go, Chris.
I'm surprised you didn't
There
go
you go,
9.
Chris. I reached out to Chris when I was in the middle of both of them,
Yeah.
and I said it's going to be a toss up. Which one of you is going to get the 3 spot? Chris was pretty certain it was going to be Dan Clowes, and it wasn't. I mean, I really enjoyed the Dan Clowes book. I almost went 9.
I was just
this
surprised you
week
didn't go 9.
just because of the Dan Clowes book. But it's been a busy enough week that it's like, I don't know that I've actually managed to read a whole 9 new books this week.
Right.
And B, I know that I haven't read Clementine Book 2. I know I haven't read Night Eaters Volume 2. And I know I haven't read Hope Larson's new book, Be That Way. All of which are likely to be among the 9 best books this week. So I didn't want to go. Didn't want to go 9 books when I hadn't had time to read them.
Oh, I completely understand. I read probably 6 books this week, and that was a lot for me.
It's the Platinum Age of comics. There are just so many amazing books.
Right.
Amazing books.
Speaking of amazing books, our great responsibility that we are continuing to make our way through is The Killer. Matt,
how you enjoying it?
And Luke Giacomin. This is a fight or flight
and
volume.
This one took a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
From the other ones in terms of tone. What'd you think?
It was much darker.
Definitely darker. More brooding.
Yeah, for sure. Like, he's changing, you know what I mean? Like, he went from...
And still not wanting to admit he's changing.
No.
You know, he's like justifying his actions way more without like acknowledging that that's what he's doing.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
Well, now his Colombian friend, I don't know what you would call him, this guy, has become like a little bit more important in the government.
Yeah.
And so
and then they set up their little oil thing.
So he's got a much more important role. He's like the James Bond of the third world, is what they refer to him as.
That's what he calls himself.
Yeah. I love the coloring of this book. Like, in this book, there's a lot more interesting things going on. It's like the artwork it was really good in the first 2 volumes, but it's really ramped up in this. And it's the coloring that's a little differently. It's more vibrant.
Yeah. Well, again, I think there's even more different tones.
Yep.
As the character gains depth, even, and I really appreciate this about the series. I honestly don't think that the killer would admit that he's gaining depth.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, because it all comes off as justifications.
Uh-huh. Well, somebody's after him, that's for sure.
But where in the first book he didn't feel like he needed to justify anything.
No, he just needed to be told.
Now it's like,
hired.
Well, I just kill people. I don't commit genocide. You know.
Mm-hmm.
This is just how the way the world works. So, you know, why shouldn't I profit from, you know, I mean, it's and then there's that moment in the jungle where she's like, you can stay or you can continue doing what you're doing, but you can't put our son in danger.
Yeah, the family was put in danger when someone came looking for him, and he's got to leave. His girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, has
Right.
given him the ultimatum, and he knew he's not ready to quit yet. He wants to.
Right.
He wants to be done, but he can't yet. It's a lot like. Have you ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Okay, in that the main character can't quit his motorcycle gang, even though he knows he has to for his family's sake. I mean, it's kind of the same
Right.
situation. Everyone's in danger.
Well, and it's got a lot in common with the like star athlete that sticks around for 3 or 4 more years than they really should, whether it's Michael Jordan on the Wizards or Steve Carlton on the Twins,
Mm-hmm.
um, where everybody knows they're done but them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but particularly because he hasn't quite lost that step yet.
Yeah.
He has because he cares. I mean, in the first volume, he never would have made the connections that he's made with his wife and son
Nope. She was
because
just
he would know that just having that connection increases the danger in his job.
exactly
Not even the danger to them, the danger to him. Um. So yeah, it's
the
a
action
fascinating case
sequences.
study.
The action sequences in this have just been ramped up. Like if we go
Yeah.
to just kind of a brutal page, page 24. It has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets flying at the top of the page towards.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's just like super
I
interesting the
haven't
way.
managed to pull it up, but I remember the page as you're describing it.
And then yeah, we're looking at the target through the scope of the gun. It's just
Right.
so interesting the way they decided to map all this out.
Yeah,
This hit.
Jacquemin makes some really amazing. Oh yeah, no, this sequence where just I I'm pretty certain that they weren't even like after him. They just wanted to steal his car.
Exactly.
They
I'm
chose the wrong guy to steal the car of.
Yep. Yeah, I think
I
that was
mean,
just a.
after he'd done the hit. Well, yeah, 24 is the hit.
Yep.
But then the next page is him getting away and he gets pulled over by this group in the desert.
Yeah, this was just complete anarchy because he was trying to get
Yeah,
away from his hit that he just did, and he gets pulled over by a group of gunmen who are trying to steal his car, probably.
right.
But they get annihilated. This was just totally
Batshit.
batshit crazy, and the amount of action in these sequence of these panels is just awesome. And like I said,
Right.
the colors are so vibrant. It just really makes it like on page 27. There's a lot of orange and blues that are just really popping with each other. It just makes
Right.
it really cool. I don't know.
How crazy that they managed to put that much vibrance and color into a desert scene.
Exactly. It's exactly
You
what
know?
yep. It's not all washed out and brown. I mean, it is browns and oranges, but still, it's cool. I'm really loving this book.
Yeah.
Do we have
It's a
one more
special
volume to
book.
go?
I mean, it depends on how we want to. I mean, this is the original run.
Okay.
Um, there are at this point, I think, 2 more volumes because how did they? Okay, they've collected it different ways.
Yeah, that's what I've been noticing too. So I wasn't sure what we've read already versus.
Okay, that's really weird because as I look at it here, it looks like the one that I thought of as the fourth book
Mm-hmm.
um, might have actually involved stories that were written before this.
That's cool though. I mean, I'm all for reading whatever.
Right. And then there is the Affairs of State is like new.
Okay.
Uh, but like what we haven't read in terms of what's on Comixology is the Affairs of State, and I thought Modus Vivendi, which I guess is being listed as volume 3 some places. But and maybe we just dropped the ball and I went with Amazon has it initially as a 3-book series, Longfire, The Debt, and Fight or Flight, and fails to have uh, Modus Vivendi listed among those. But as I look at it, we maybe should have read that first.
Well, we can read it as
I'm trying to,
an appendix.
or wait a minute. Maybe. I think this is actually before the one we just did.
Okay.
Um, May is available
The Complete Killer.
as a Kindle.
Ooh, we should have run it. Right? Yeah, we should have read it that way.
Well, I had just done it the other way because it was a way to break it down.
Right.
But if we do it this way, so we'll figure out what to read for next week. Because we even talked about it. If we'd done it this way, I mean, the Complete Killer is a pages, a lot of pages. That's how I read it originally. How I gave it to Andy.
The Complete Killer.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, what else you got thoughts for this book, this volume?
Again, I was, he's so cold and calculating, and each book
He warms up a little bit.
he warms up, and I think and I kind of knew it had happened because I've read it all before. I think the fact that we accidentally skipped a story contributes to this because he did essentially retire. And I forget, I think he came out of retirement almost as much because he got bored
Yeah, that makes sense.
as because of anything else, which adds a whole other level to his wife and the
Yeah.
can't do both.
Yep.
Is,
Exactly.
is that I think there was a significant period where he wasn't.
And that's why
doing.
I asked you earlier. I'm like, what volume is this called again? Because I felt like we had skipped ahead in
Right.
time quite a bit.
Uh, let's see if there's a. Okay, yeah. See, look at that. So what we just read was One Track Mind, The Hand That Feeds It, and Lines of Flight, right?
Right.
Or maybe Putting Your Heart Into It started. So yeah, what we missed was Modus Vivendi, Ordinary Mortals, Natural Order of Things, and Unfair Competition.
Eh,
So yeah,
we'll catch up.
so we'll go back and we'll. Oh, I didn't even notice that. These chapters were lettered by a friend of the pod, Darren Bennett.
Oh, cool.
The ones we read today, 11 through 13.
Nice.
So yeah, let's see. Um, I have it up on the Kindle for. Um, and we've done Killer Instinct.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to what we've missed and finish up the
Right.
killer for next week.
Yeah, I think we're going to be starting with Modus Vivendi.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Do you remember him going after a guy on a scooter?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's got his son being born.
Perfect. Yep, that's where
Yeah,
we.
so Modus Vivendi is where we'll start. And then we'll come back and go, okay, so now this makes more sense and blah blah blah. Sorry, faithful listeners.
We skipped
Hi
ahead.
Mom, hi John.
We jumped ahead.
We skipped some chapters. So yeah. So Tyler, you're gonna want to download the complete killer.
Okay.
And we'll start with chapter 6, Modus Vivendi.
That'll work. I'll do it right now.
I think chapters 6 through 10 is what it's gonna wind up being.
The killer. The complete killer, you said?
Yeah.
Will do. All right. So,
Because I think what we just read was One Track Mind, The Hand That Feeds, and Lines of Flight.
yeah. Read for free. There we go. All right. So that's all downloaded, ready to go. So for next week, Tad, what do you hope will be spectacular?
We got some good stuff next week.
I know. There's a lot of good stuff.
We got some good stuff next week. But I actually managed to like pull myself in relatively quickly, which pleased me. And coalesce around 3.
Okay.
Fish Flyers, number 2.
Yep.
Jack Lemire.
This one keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah, but it's officially on the diamond list for next week. So hopefully that means that it actually appears. The Murder Inc. Jagger Rose, number 6. So that's the conclusion of this story arc. Brian Bendis, Michael Avon Oming, Taki Soma. I've been loving this book. And then there's a Space Usagi Yokai Hunter one-shot that, one and done Usagi. I can't argue with that.
No, I'm excited.
And you've got a couple that I just barely left off of mine. So I'll let you get into those.
Sure. Swan Songs is coming back with number 4, W. Maxwell Prince and Caitlin, what's her name? Yarsky. I must have spelled that wrong.
You had Yarsky. We've even had her on.
I know. Poor Caitlin. From Image Comics. And then Fish Flies, number 2. I had to put that on there because I'm really into that story. And
well, and anytime Jeff writes and draws, I'm on
It's
board.
something special, kind of. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
And then Kelly Thompson's book, The Cull, number
The
3,
Call number 3.
is
Looking forward to that.
looking forward to. That's gonna be
Superman
awesome.
Lost number 7. I'm looking
Yep.
forward. Project Cryptid number 2. Danger Street number 10. Kaya number 12. Undiscovered Country number 26. We got not a ton of books coming out next week, but a lot of really good ones.
You have Dark Droids. I thought that's a Darkwing Duck out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like,
Yeah, Dark Ride Volume 2.
Yeah.
The Darkwing Duck has been good. Why can't I remember
I have yet to pick it up. I've been wanting to, but then going, oh, I don't need. I've got so many.
Yeah, I've read a couple of them.
Have you?
Yeah. The Collected Serial from Mark Russell and Peter Snaberg, where he took, Count Chocula and Frankenberry and Blueberry and actually made them into a comic. Volume 2 of Kyle Stark's I Hate This Place, Volume 2 of Parker Girls. And then I always love it when there's a new Carl Barks Duck book coming out from Fantagraphics, and there is Donald Duck, Maraja Donald.
Nice.
Couple interesting graphic novels, both kind of memoir types. Who the F cares? Who the Fami? Talking about
who the F cares? I like that.
Family. A family vacation, I think, to Disney World.
Okay.
And then Layers, a memoir by Penelope Baju, who did The Exquisite Corpse a couple years ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So those are all the books that are coming out that we know of.
Well, that we desperately want to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, there
are
are
more
books coming out. I mean, I think between us, the only Marvel or DC book that we mentioned was Superman Lost, and that's a Priest book, so that barely counts as Marvel or DC.
No, and I could go forever on the Marvel books that are coming out.
Yeah,
that'd be a waste of time.
I mean, it's not that there aren't good ones coming out, but I mean, we've talked about it before. I just have a higher standard before I'm going to talk about a Marvel or DC book.
Yeah.
Like a higher internal standard. I'll talk about almost any independent book that I plan on reading. Whereas I'm fully aware that a lot of my Marvel and DC reading is like fanboy reading rather than this is great comics reading. I mean, they're
Good
always
point.
very good now.
That's a really good point. Like, I feel like, I'm reading Fantastic Four more so because it's Ryan North.
Right.
No,
Fantastic Four is one that I would bring up because it's great comics. Fantastic Four is not a book I would be reading, except that Ryan North is killing it.
Exactly.
But I'm not always going to bring up the Star Wars books. I'm not always going to bring up Daredevil or Batman because those are pretty much books that I'm going to read unless they're bad.
Same. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like that with most Marvel titles. Like, I read Amazing Spider-Man, Daredevil, a handful of X-Men titles, Fantastic Four. I probably read 75% of the Marvel titles, but like you said, unless something's really great out of there, they're not really worth bringing them up because I'm reading them more out of being a fanboy.
Yeah, I mean, particularly because our idea is to elevate the medium, and to me that means getting new readers interested. That there's only so much superhero stuff that's going to rope in a new reader.
Yeah.
For the most part, new readers are reached through books that they didn't know existed.
True.
Everybody knows that Spider-Man's out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can't live on Earth and not know that Superman comics are a thing.
Although my dad's pretty funny because he'll see me reading a comic when we're together. He'll catch me reading a comic book and he'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know they still made the Incredible Hulk." I'm like, "Yep."
Well, that's true.
He'll make
That's
comments
true.
like that. I didn't know they still
So for
did.
any of our older listeners, yes, Spider-Man comics are still being made, and they're very good. If you liked them as a child, there's a good chance that you would like them today.
That's true. All right.
As long as you're not the get off my lawn old man.
My dad.
In which case, I'm surprised that you're listening to this podcast to begin with.
No, my dad is not the get off my lawn. He's the party animal.
Yeah.
I suppose we should wrap things up.
That was fun. Yeah, I got in-laws in town, so I should go spend half an hour or so with them before recording Love and Rockets and then our secret project.
Perfect.
So
when
you have fun with your is it marching band today?
Marching band today. Yep. In Sioux Falls. Yep.
Have fun with marching band.
Yeah. Right. We're almost done. We got one more competition to go to, and then we're done with marching band season.
Okay. And are you off on Monday too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we might touch base Monday and do some work on our project too.
Okay.
Depending on whether or not I can get people together to record, because it'd probably be even easier to do some of that recording if you're there to record, because then you can record segments separately, whereas I'm doing all of my recording through Zoom, so you're gonna have to then cut it up.
Yep. Oh well.
So,
it'll work.
all right. I'm certain it will.
Okay.
I'm certain it will, and we'll have fun with it. That's the real goal.
What is it? What's the date we're shooting for this special project?
18th.
The 18th. Okay, for both of them.
Right.
The one.
Well, because I thought we'd release them together.
Okay. That's fine.
I mean, I was actually thinking we might even intersperse our stuff into the other stuff.
Okay.
But we'll talk more about that.
Okay. But just need to know we're shooting for the same date. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think we should.
Okay.
If we can.
Sounds good to me. So stay tuned for what that special project is.
All this cryptic stuff on the air.
Yeah. So stay tuned for what that special project is.
Yeah. October 18th, we got something cool coming. So
awesome. All right, everybody. We'll catch you guys after the next page. Later. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.